You know how overwhelming it is looking for a handgun in today's market. It's kind of like being Chris Tucker at a Hong Kong massage parlor.
I'm ready. Oh my goodness. This place is off the hook.
From various calibers to various features, the options are endless, so much so that they excite you as well as confuse you all at the same time. So in this video, I'm gonna give you everything you need to navigate the chaos that is buying a gun in today's market so that you walk away feeling confident and make the perfect handgun choice. First off, you need to decide between a revolver or a semi-auto. I don't think revolvers honestly should be part of this conversation. They are simple to use and reliable, but the capacity is severely limited. You can't put a red dot on them, you can't put a light on them, and the double action trigger makes them harder to shoot. Revolvers have their place. I just don't think it's here. So just get a semi-auto. Next, you need to decide what caliber gun you want. Caliber is the size of the barrel and the bullets it uses. People have debated what is the best caliber since the 19th century, and they'll be debating it right up until guns start shooting laser beams. Bullet technology has come so far that stopping power difference between a .380, a 9mm 40, and a .45 is marginal in the grand scheme of things. So save yourself the headache and just go with a 9mm. 9mm strikes the perfect balance between stopping power and capacity. Plus, it's affordable and widely available, making it an ideal choice. Just go with the 9mm. Now, before you finish learning how to buy your first handgun for home defense, I want to tell you about my favorite in-ear wireless Bluetooth hearing protection from AKT1. The Blackouts. They come packed with features like a certified NRR rating of 25 dB, 6-time hearing enhancement, active noise blocking and cancellation, plus high fidelity speakers. So whether you're at the range, on the job, working out, or just living your life, you're covered. So check the link in the description section of this video to learn more. And trust me, you won't regret it. Next, determine how much you want to spend on a gun. If you stay above $300, it's actually kind of hard to find a bad gun. Now, you can find good guns under $300. The problem is it's going to take a little bit more research, and it's going to be a little bit harder to find just an outright good gun under that price point. Now, don't be afraid to buy used guns either. Used guns generally are just people trying to get rid of that gun to find a gun that they like a little bit better. And as long as you stay at an original price point of $300 and above for that used gun, meaning the original price of that gun was $300 and above, you should be fine. That said, the ideal price range is $500 to $700 because 95% of guns in this price range are going to be really good guns. Now, feel free to go and spend above $700. Just know that if all you're looking for is a good gun, you really don't need to spend more than $700. Next, pick a day where you have a couple of hours and go to a gun store with a decent selection of guns. Tell the attendants that you're looking for a home defense handgun chambered in 9mm. If you must have a safety on your gun, tell them that also. Now, there's a 99% chance the first gun the attendant is going to show you is a Glock 19. This is okay, it's a great gun, but I want you to use it as a reference point for the other guns you're about to handle. Unless you just fall head over heels in love with the Glock 19, then go with that. But your goal is to touch, hold, and manipulate every gun that catches your eye, along with any guns the gun store attendant recommends. While you're handling the guns, check to see how easy it is to pull the slide back. See if your eyes like the type of sights that the gun has. Does the gun fit your hands? Ask the store attendant if you can dry fire the gun, i.e. pull the trigger. And if they say yes, try out the trigger while pointing the gun at the ground. Ideally, you also want a gun that you can put a light and a red dot on. Has a capacity of at least 15 rounds or the maximum number of rounds your state limits your magazine to. And yes, do you like the way it looks? In that order. It's okay to buy your first gun for the way it looks as long as the other requirements are satisfied first. Then write down your top 3 favorites and then leave the gun store, unless that gun store has a gun range, which leads to the next step. Next, call all the shooting ranges around your area and ask them if they have all 3 of the guns you want to rent. Then go to the range that has all 3 guns, rent the 3 guns, and shoot at least 2 magazines from each gun. As you fire each one, pay close attention to how it feels in your hands. Can you handle the recoil? Do you still like the trigger? Are you accurate with the gun? This isn't just about finding a tool for protection. It's about finding a trusted companion that you can rely on when it matters most. So take your time, immerse yourself in the experience, and let your instincts guide you.
Now, when you get to the actual lane and you have all 3 guns in front of you, you're gonna take each gun. I would start with 1 and shoot at least 2 magazines through each gun. You may shoot 2 or 3 rounds through 1 gun and realize instantly you don't like it. And if that happens, great. Put that gun down, don't shoot it again. But what you wanna do is take each one, load it, but take your time. Don't rush through the process. See how it still feels in your hand. Rack the slide to see if you can still rack the slide. And then once you do that, you wanna ask yourself, does the gun naturally present itself? When you point it out on target and you shoot, does it feel comfortable? Is that something that you like the feel of? How's the recoil? Can you manage the recoil? And then just continue to shoot it. Just continue to shoot the gun until the gun runs dry. And once the gun runs dry, think to yourself, how did you like that experience? And then do that for all 3 guns. And then after that, once you leave, try to figure out, you know what, of all those 3 guns that I shot, there's gonna be one that made you smile a little bit while you were shooting it. It may not be an external smile, it may be an internal smile while you were shooting it. And that's your gun. Because yes, we are looking for a gun for self-defense, but at the same time, you wanna actually enjoy shooting the gun just cause. And the gun that can make you smile, that's the gun that you want.
Then after you figured out which gun it is out of the 3 that you like the most, go back to that gun store that you went to initially and buy the gun. And congratulations, you now have your first home defense handgun. Now, for those of you who want something a little more tangible, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a link in the description section. And what that link is gonna take you to is a breakdown sheet of everything that I just talked about in this video. So now you have a step-by-step process that you can have with you when you go to the gun store, when you go to the gun range, and all of those things. So it makes it a little bit easier for those of you who like, you know, physical stuff instead of all this virtual stuff. And also don't forget, check out the AKT1 blackouts as well. Guns aren't political. That's why I need your help getting this message to spread on YouTube by clicking the thumbs up button, leaving a comment to let me know what you think of the video, then subscribing to the channel. But most importantly, click that bell symbol. For products featured in this video, click the links in the description.